it.
Good morning. Happy homecoming. The countdown continues to Ball State's biggest football game of the season.
The tradition, the excitement, the fun. You can feel a different energy on campus this morning. Several events taking place over the next couple of days.
We've got everything you need to know. We're live this morning from Schumann Stadium. Get the coffee ready and open up those eyes. You're waking up with a special edition of Cardinal Weather.
From Ball State Unified Media, you're waking up with a special edition of Cardinal Weather. It's Homecoming 2019, live from Schumann Stadium.
Let's go, Ball State! Let's go, Ball State! Let's go, Ball State! Let's go, Ball State!
And what a morning it is! We want to thank you so much for being here with us. This is my favorite show of the year. It is Homecoming 2019. We are live this morning from Schumann Stadium. We want to thank you so much for being here with us for this special edition of Waking Up with Cardinal Weather. I'm Tyler Brumman.
And I'm Annie Keister. Thanks so much for being with us wherever you are on this chilly Friday morning. We have a homecoming show packed with homecoming activities, so stay tuned.
And I'm Tyler Ryan. We even have some special inside looks with the football team. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited. I know you guys are. It is a little chilly out here, but that doesn't bother us. Our hearts are warm. It is just a great day for homecoming weekend.
Yeah, we can actually see our breath this morning. What do you say? It's what, 32?
When I left, it was 33, so I haven't felt much warmer since then, so I'm around 33, 34. I know Nathan Gidley is going to give us an update later on how actually cold it is out here, but it is chilly.
Yeah, we've got a lot coming your way this morning.
It is cold, but it's kind of hard to care because I think you'll agree when I say there is a different feeling on homecoming.
Yeah,
absolutely.
A different atmosphere. Like we said, we've got a lot coming your way here at the stadium, but we've got more coming your way back in our studio. That is where we find Gabe Pro. Gabe, good morning. You're lucky because it's warm where you are. Here, we're a little chilly.
Yeah, good morning, Tyler and Annie. I am here in the nice, warm, and cozy studio. So you guys have some fun out there. We have a lot coming up, though, with Tyler, Annie, and Tyler Ryan as well later on in the show. But first, bringing you an update on a story we brought you last week. Residents on the East Coast are still reeling as a nor'easter continues impacting the region. The nor'easter moved in Thursday morning and became one of the most intense storms to hit the area in October. It was so powerful, in fact, that it broke records in several cities for the lowest recorded pressure in October. The storm left hundreds of thousands of people without power in parts of New England. It also toppled trees and canceled many schools in the region. Meteorologists say the storm will still cause problems even through Friday. And meanwhile, the death toll from Typhoon Hagibis in Japan is now at least 72, according to Japan's public broadcaster. The storm made landfall last Saturday with sustained winds of 96 miles per hour, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane. A massive search and rescue operation remains underway, with 14 people still missing. The monster storm brought record-setting rain and wind, resulting in flooding and landslides. More than 100,000 police, fire, and other workers are involved in the rescue and cleanup efforts. And we're not even a month into fall, but the 2019-2020 Winter Outlook is in from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. Both the west and east coasts, in addition to much of the south, is expected to experience above average temperatures, while the northern plains, upper Mississippi Valley, and western Great Lakes, including us here in east central Indiana, have equal chances for below, near, or above average temperatures. Meanwhile, wetter than average conditions are expected for the northern plains, Great Lakes, including us, upper Mississippi Valley, and mid-Atlantic, while parts of California and the Gulf Coast should expect below average precipitation.
And speaking of winter, for all you winter weather fans out there, this one is for you. On this day in weather history, record snowfall fell across central Indiana in 1989. 2/10 of an inch of snow was observed on October 18th in Indianapolis as an intense upper-level low-pressure system impacted the Midwest. This would set the record for the earliest snowfall in Indianapolis, around a month earlier than the seasonal average for the first snowfall. Snow would fall across central Indiana for 3 consecutive days, leading to hazardous travel, down trees, and power outages. Indianapolis picked up a total of 9 3/10 inches, and Kokomo picked up the most snowfall at 10.5 inches. Wow, unbelievable stuff there. And now we transition to local weather, as we are seeing quite a frosty and cool morning to start your day here. As our temperatures are still in the 30s outside. We're sitting at 34 here in Muncie, 31 in Marion, and 35 in Anderson. Now across the whole of the state, we're seeing those temperatures right around the freezing mark in some areas. 32 in Fort Wayne, 28 degrees. That's it this morning in Kokomo. So a nice frosty morning, courtesy of this area of high pressure situated just off to our south and east, leading to some great weather today for the Friday bed race. 53 degrees, sunshine by noon here for the race. That's going to be great weather as we see those temperatures slowly rise throughout the day back into the 60s. Now coming up, I'm going to time out the rest of the forecast here and how warm is it going to get over the weekend and the forecast for that homecoming game. Much more coming up though right after this in Your Weather Now.
All right, thank you, Nathan, so much. Just ahead, meet the Ball State cheerleaders and then the quarterback. That's all coming up after Your Weather Now.
Welcome back. A bit chilly here on your Friday morning. Time right now, 8:07, and it's now time for us to take a look at national weather. Tyler Ryan, good morning to you, and I know it's a bit chilly here. How's it looking in other parts of the nation this morning?
We're pretty active, actually. As you can see across the map, we're pretty active right now. Looking at the national currents, here in Muncie, we're 35. Pretty chilly around the United States, down south, a little bit warmer. But as we go into the current watches and warnings, though, you look at the map, it is pretty active. We're going to take a look down south as we do have one of our most active systems right now. Is a tropical cyclone 16 anticipating to go into a possible tropical storm. That's why the National Hurricane Center has issued some tropical storm warnings. But as we take a little closer look home, pretty cold out here. National Weather Service got this right. It is very cold out here. A frost advisory has been issued this morning. They're spot on about that. I'll tell you that right now. But as we take a little broader look, like I said, out west, Denver's getting some action. Billings is up getting action, some fire warnings, as well as some high wind warnings across the Midwest. Now, as we go to the radar, it's kind of quiet. You don't really see it. You have all these watches and warnings, but nothing quiet. But as we go down south, you can start to see some of the 16 starting to make some impacts on the coast. Louisiana has actually like a flood advisory out for parts of the New Orleans area. But as we time this out for precision cast, you can see down south that system's starting to develop and come up across the coast and really start to develop by the 7:30 o'clock hour. And as we progress even more, as we go take a little closer to home, this is going to be our next system that's going to be impacting us here in the States. Possibly some rain by the homecoming weekend. So it's going to be pretty active week. And then for your today's highs, 69 in Kansas City, 75 in Dallas-Worth. So back here, we're going to warm up just a little bit, as you see around the 60 area. But I know that we are pretty cold here, but it's going to be warming up later on. I know Tyler and Anna, we have something special going on for the cheerleading. We're going to take a live look over here.
Yeah, and it's right here. Woo! Annie Keister, former cheerleader, up top right here.
Love it.
It's been a while, but I can attest to what you guys are feeling right now. Homecoming weekend is huge for cheerleaders. Woo! And who's better to support and be good teammates than the cheerleaders, the Ball State cheerleaders.
Yeah. Are you a little cold up there? Is it colder up there?
It might be colder up here than you are.
We do have a few questions for the cheerleaders if you want to come down.
Can I take my pom-poms?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, Tyler's going to cheer.
Let's go, Tyler. Here we go. All right, as Annie comes down, so just a few questions. Let's get some introductions if we can go through and get your names real quickly. So what's your name?
I'm Alyssa.
Alyssa?
I'm Abby.
Abby?
I'm Jessica. I'm Kate. I'm Lauren.
Again, we're so happy to have you guys here this morning. Now, when it comes to cheerleading, what's your guys' favorite part about it? What do you guys love?
Okay, well, I personally, this is my favorite week. This is such an awesome week. We have so many events like throughout the entire week, so it's really fun that we get to like participate so much. So
that's one of my favorite things too, is just enjoy homecoming, and we're seniors, so it's our last
time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to be reminiscing on this week later on in life, so we're really excited about it.
Yeah, awesome. So obviously this weekend, a big game against the Toledo Rockets. Let's get some predictions. So how are you guys thinking the boys in red are going to do?
You know what?
Of course.
We'll say Cardinals. We will never say. Yeah,
Close
sure.
game or a blowout?
I think it's going to be a close game.
See, we're hoping for a blowout,
For a blowout, but I think it might be close.
Again, so again, thank you guys so much for joining us. And Tyler, Ryan, if we want to bring you back into here, of course, we're going to be seeing these cheerleaders come Saturday, but we're also going to be seeing the guys on the field. And you actually had an awesome opportunity. You got to speak with quarterback Drew Plitt.
Yeah.
He's just had an amazing season.
Absolutely. He's actually one of the top, quarterbacks in the nation. Humble guy, great guy. I got a chance to meet him and kind of talk to him and, learn a bit about his family, a little bit background. We have a video to kind of show you about that, but awesome guy. It was a great opportunity. He's excited for the week. He forecasted a win as well. So,
awesome.
It's going to be a great.
I feel like we've been watching him all season, and this is the moment of truth, homecoming week.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and take a look at a little bit of that interview.
So, big week, homecoming week. How excited are you guys getting ready if you get to play Toledo?
We're really excited. We're super excited to be back at home after a long streak away.
Yeah, 5 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 weeks. That's got to take a toll. Not being home, being on the road, constantly traveling. How do you guys able to adapt to being on the road for so long and finally coming back home to play in Schumann?
We've done a great job of just being road warriors. Playing in front of a lot of away crowds that kind of boo us, obviously, when we come out on the field. But for us, it's our own game that we focused on us and been ourselves.
You guys are staying hot. How are you gonna be able to stay hot going into this game on Saturday?
For us, it's just taking back and forgetting about the last 2 games. Going into each week, we have a 1-0 mentality. We come in each week and kind of forget what we did. We enjoyed it, but we moved on. We're back in the film room, back in the practice field, getting better.
You're number 9. Is there a story behind that?
I've been a lot of different numbers since I've been here. 12, 11, even taking a picture of 13, my true freshman year. But 9 it was kind of something I wore in high school, but I wore it because of my brother. He's older, he's a big role model of mine, and somebody that I really look up to. So being a quarterback, it's kind of one of a natural quarterback number, and I love the number, so I just stuck with it.
Speaking of your brother, you got any family coming in from homecoming that's going to come to the game, or?
I got a lot of family that comes in. Like I said, my mom's from Pendleton, so her mom and her sister both came here to school. They'll be coming to the game. My parents, my grandparents, my aunt and uncle. There's a lot of people. My siblings, obviously, my sister's going to be playing at Kent State because she plays volleyball here.
Oh, awesome.
So there's a lot. I normally have a big crowd, and everybody knows where they are because they wear my jersey.
I don't doubt, no doubt. So, good luck this week coming. Big game. Hopefully we can take this going from 2-0 to 3-0 in the MAC conference. Hopefully we can get that MAC championship. I appreciate the time. I really
thank
do.
you very much.
Good luck the rest of the week and have a great week.
Thank you very much.
How awesome is that? My favorite part of the interview, how he's kind of talking about how his brother had a huge impact on him.
Yeah.
It's nice for anyone and everyone to always have that role model in their life.
Yeah, no, I'm expecting him to have a big week. His family's going to be here. He's got a lot of families coming out of town. He was just a humble guy, great guy to talk to, had an honor too. So yeah, I think he's going to have a good game too.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much. Now it's time to switch gears and to take a look at some of the news that's making headlines this morning. Here's a look at your Cardinal Weather News Minute. Congress is mourning the loss of Congressman Elijah Cummings. Cummings served Maryland's 7th District, which includes the city of Baltimore. He died early Thursday morning at the age of 68, the result of what his office calls long-standing health challenges. Flags at the White House and the Capitol were lowered to half staff. Funeral arrangements are pending.
Now to the tension in the Middle East, another unexpected move between the U.S. and Turkey in northern Syria. Yesterday, Vice President Mike Pence announced that he and Turkey's president has agreed to temporarily stop its military operation in the region. Pence says President Trump will withdraw the sanctions placed on Turkey in the last week once a permanent ceasefire is in place. Meanwhile, Turkey's foreign minister said Thursday they may pause their aggression for 120 hours only. And back here at home, Colts linebacker and 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard, was signing autographs in Muncie earlier this week. The NFL star was at the Toyota of Muncie from 5 to 7 Tuesday, signing everything from posters to jerseys. The line was out the door even before Leonard showed up. Toyota of Muncie expects more Colts to have autographing sessions at their store. The company encourages the public to keep their eye out for them. And that's this week's Cardinal Weather News Minute.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much. Well, in a major coincidence, a pair of identical twin girls was delivered by twin nurses at a Georgia hospital. At the time of the delivery, the nurses, Tori Howard and Tara Drinkard, were working in Piedmont Athens Regional. They were working in the intensive care unit. As a result, the twin nurses successfully delivered Emma and Addison Williams, the newborns. Brandon Williams, the father of the newborns, says he's grateful for their help. He also says he hopes to ask them advice on how to raise twins in the future. Very cool story there. Well, in London, a plant called peat has made history by taking the first ever selfie of a plant. According to the London Zoo, the plants naturally deposit biomatter as they grow. When the biomatter reaches the soil, it creates energy that can be converted into power. As a result, Pete the plant is able to power the camera and take a picture. The pictures are then immediately uploaded to social media. This pic-savvy plant can be found on Instagram and Twitter. We're gonna have to add that to the list of people to follow, just like Carl the Fog from a couple weeks ago. Well, right now we have a look at the upcoming game with Nathan and Blake. Send it over to them.
Good morning, guys. We're going to be breaking down the game here. I got Blake here from the sports department. We're going to be talking about this great Ball State football game coming up. So what do you think the team needs to focus on for this game, Blake?
Well, really, I think the main keys for this game is getting Caleb Huntley running the ball. He needs to really be able to take some pressure off the shoulders of Drew Plitt. And then with that, you're allowed to open up the play action and maybe give some trickery to the defense, maybe get some guys like Justin Hall active, and maybe able to hurdle some defenders and maybe get over that hurdle and get a big Ball State win on homecoming day.
Yeah, absolutely. So describe last year's game with Toledo. What was the result and what things Ball State could work on from last time?
Last year's game was on Halloween, and it was a scary one for Ball State as they took the loss 45-13 as Toledo scored 3 touchdowns in that first quarter, and it was all systems go from there. So Toledo really ran away with it last year, but things are looking a little bit different for Ball State this year, and I think the result might be a little bit different.
Yeah, so who's your player to watch? I know we talked about Drew Plitt. He's been really impressive to start the season. In fact, in the top 10 of these football passing yards there.
Number 3 in passing yards in the country through, I believe it was the first 3 weeks of the season. But
wow,
who I really want to watch is Caleb Huntley, because he's had a pair of games that were over 100+ yards, and so he's the guy that can really take that pressure off of Plitt and let Plitt be able to do his thing.
What about the Ball State defense? I know they've been improving a little bit,
too. They've been improving tremendously since last season, and they've got a couple of guys. One guy that was actually up in the leaderboard in tackles as well for loss in that category as well. And we're starting to really be able to force turnovers as well, forcing some fumbles and a couple interceptions in the mix as well.
All right, last thing. Who you got, Blake?
I'm going to take Ball State 24-13. I think our defense is going to step up big. So chirp, chirp, we're going to have a Ball State win coming your way on homecoming.
I'm going to take Toledo in a close game. Sorry, everybody. Back to you guys in the studio.
Oh, Nathan, you have to be a pessimist like that. I hope Blake is right. The Cardinals can pull out a win tomorrow. Well, coming up in a moment, it's an annual tradition on Ball State's campus. We have a preview of the homecoming bed race. That's all coming up after Your Weather Now.
homecoming princess. Today we're going to be decorating some cookies and getting to know London. So London, tell me, how old are you?
5.
5. All right, and do you want to make a cardinal cookie with me?
Yeah.
All right, what color do you want? We got some red, some black, some blue. What are you thinking? What's your favorite color? Red. All right, let's get you some red, and you can decorate your cookie while I ask you some questions.
Okay.
So London, what does it mean to be a princess?
I've wanted to be a princess for a long time in Ball State.
Yeah, you wanted to be a princess for a long time.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite princess to look up to?
I can go yet.
You don't know yet? Do you have a favorite Disney princess?
I think
Yeah, who's your favorite Disney princess?
Cinderella.
Ooh, Cinderella. That's a good one. I like that. So what's your homecoming duties as princess? Are you going to go to the game tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, what are you going to do at the game? I think you told me you're going to wear a dress there, right? Yeah, what are you going to do when you're in your dress?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Are you going to wave to everyone and say hi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is mom and dad going to be there?
Yeah.
And you said you have someone else in your family, right? Because you're a big sister. Who are you a big sister to?
My brother.
Your brother. And who's that? Dominic. So is Dominic going to be there cheering you on too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when did you get to be princess? How did you get to be princess?
'Cause I signed up.
You signed up. Awesome. Well, London, thank you for being with us. Do you want me to, let's see what cookie you made. Ooh, she's got some dots. You want to show the camera? You want to hold it up? Yeah. I don't know, guys. I think hers is definitely going to win. She's got all the different colors. I like that. All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us, London. We really appreciate it. High five. All right. Let's send it back over to you guys.
All right, how awesome is that as we transition back to the local weather here this morning. Still seeing those cold temperatures across the area. 39 in Indianapolis, 33 in Shelbyville, 34 here in Muncie, all the way at the freezing mark there in Fort Wayne at 32 degrees. Now that's all thanks to this area of high pressure situated off to our southeast, right around over Cincinnati here. That's leading to a beautiful day today. AM sun, we could see some clouds a little bit later this afternoon. 62 that high temperature, winds kind of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Just seeing those clouds working their way in this afternoon, but overall really not a bad day here. Just seeing a few clouds by the evening hours, but things looking pretty good throughout the day here on your homecoming Friday. Great weather for the bed race here coming up around noon today. By the time we head through tonight, we're going to see temperatures fall back into the 40s, 50 by 9 o'clock, 47 by 10, and 43 by 11 p.m. Now through the day tomorrow, we're going to start off nice and chilly by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Could drop into the upper 30s here, right around the low 40s here in Muncie. Now through the day tomorrow, we're going to start to see those clouds build back in, and it's going to be a pretty nice day during the daytime hours tomorrow. But by the time we get toward the evening and into the overnight hours, we could start to see a few showers work into the picture. But great weather during the day for the Charlie 5K here in the morning. Start time at 8:45, 44 degrees, sunny skies. Great weather for that and for the rest of our homecoming events. For the parade at 9:30, 46 degrees, sunny skies. And for the game in the afternoon against Toledo, 67 degrees, mostly sunny conditions. Really a great day to head out and enjoy all those homecoming festivities there on Saturday. And so again, tomorrow night though, we could start to see a few isolated showers. Again, this chance is very low, but just a few overnight there. Winds calm, 50 degrees, that low temperature tomorrow night. Another event, though, this weekend, of course, is the Indianapolis Colts in a huge game, taking on the Houston Texans there at 1 o'clock. Great weather for that one, 69 degrees, winds coming out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Great weather for that game. Wouldn't be surprised if the roof is open for that one, so huge game there on Sunday. And this, in the exclusive MIT 7-day forecast here, really a great forecast here to end this week. 70 Saturday, 73 on Sunday. Great weather for that, but big changes though on Monday as we see a cold front work its way through. 69 degrees with some scattered rain and storms that day, and the temperatures really drop off there on Tuesday. 52, 59, and then 62 Thursday with another slight rain chance on that day.
Nathan, thank you so much. Glad to see a good forecast for this homecoming weekend. Later on today, students will compete in a Ball State Classic, the bed race. Our very own Joseph Williams and Cameron Chin sat down with one bed race runner to talk about the upcoming event.
Today we brought in a special guest. This is Joe Bursley. We're going to be talking to him about the homecoming bed races that are going to be happening Friday at noon for Friday. So we're pretty stoked to have you, dude. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me on here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what organization are you part of?
Right, so I am the Public Relations Director for the College Republicans chapter here on Ball State University's campus. And we got a group together of our members, and we're going to be participating in the homecoming bed races tomorrow around noon.
So what made you decide to get involved in the bed races in the first place?
Well, for our club, it's usually always been tradition to try and get involved in the bed races. I was part of it last year with some of our former members who have now since graduated, and we just decided that we needed to keep the tradition alive and continue to do it this year.
So you just wanted to lay down that foundation, if you will.
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Right, and so like as we're speaking of like the bed races, kind of like, do you have a team set up as of right now, or is that still in progress?
We have most of our members that are going to be participating in the bed races chosen basically more or less by volunteer, and then once we get to the bed races, we're going to be determining, you know, who we have on each position, like from the front to the back.
Who's going to be laying on the bed in general?
Yeah, more or less, just to try and get more of a strategy in order to try and win.
Right. Speaking of strategy, do you have a particular one in mind that you think is going to win the race?
Run fast.
Right.
Awesome. Well, you heard it here, folks. The bed races are going to be happening Friday at noon. So make sure that you're tuned in to watch those races.
And maybe cheer Joe on and his team.
Some good advice there. Run fast. Thank you, Joseph and Cameron. And the bed race isn't the only race going on this weekend. Joining us now is Steve and Deanna to talk about the Chase Charlie 5K. Steven, welcome to the show. Your debut this morning.
Thank you, Gabe Pro. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on today. Yeah, speaking of running fast, preceding the football game will be the Chase Charlie 5K, which is set to kick off at 8:45 a.m. Part of the route will be through the homecoming parade route and continues on campus. Now, Gabe, I'm not the fastest runner, but someone else truly
You're faster
is.
than me.
But not as quick as this guy. One runner in particular, Eliud Kipchoge, who's considered the greatest marathoner in modern times, ran the first ever sub-2-hour marathon in Vienna, Austria, back on Saturday, October 12th, with a time of at 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 40 seconds. Now, that is a blistering pace of 4:34 per mile. Oof. That is crazy because no one's ever done it, and very few people can keep a pace like that for such a long time. So, what a feat accomplished by him. I have all the respect in the world for Kipchoge.
Yeah, very cool. I don't think anyone here at the Chase Charlie 5K is going to be running at that pace.
Probably, I see the fastest people usually do it in like 17, 16 minutes, but still, that's a quick time, though.
Okay, Steven, thank you so much. And as homecoming week is coming to an end, we've got to look at some of the events going on for homecoming weekend after a message from our friends at Mints.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
Welcome back to 829 on your Friday morning. We are back here live at Schumann Stadium. Yep. And real quickly, we've got a competition we're about to get to. Before we get to that, though, game predictions. Both who you think will win and the score. Tyler, you first.
We lost to Toledo 2 years straight. I think this year we change it. I think we come out firing all cylinders. My prediction, Ball State 35, Toledo 28.
Oh, nice. Annie, what do you think?
I have to be an optimist.
Good.
My prediction is just as good as anyone else's. What was yours?
35-28.
I'm going to say
touchdown.
36-30.
All right.
Ooh,
I honestly think it might be a higher scoring game. I'm going to go with 42 to 21. I don't think it's going to be close. I think the Ball State Cardinals get a win. And you know who else is about to get a win? Yours truly.
I don't know.
Tyler Ryan.
I don't know. I don't think about that. I feel good.
Probably won't back it up.
Feel good.
Same name,
Now,
Better Tyler.
I did my exercise this morning. Now it's their turn. Tyler and Tyler Ryan. We're going to have a little kickoff competition back here. I'm going to commentate for you guys a little bit.
Okay, Chris Collinsworth.
We had a lot of trash talk in the...
Oh, there's been a lot said.
Trash talk. We had some warming up, too, by Tyler Ryan. So
we
we're
can't
going to
repeat.
see how that plays out.
We can't repeat some of what we said on the Let's go and go back here.
Ooh, that feels good.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we want to do this?
You kick it up. You're going first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
This is about to be a disaster. All right, McAfee, this is for you.
Oh.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. One up.
We'll see if that shows.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right,
let's
see how you do.
That was a great kick.
Tyler Ryan at the 5.
Oh, did you kick your shoe off? He kicked his shoe off.
My shoe came off. Oops. All right, back it up. We're backing it up to the 10.
We're going to back it on up to the 10-yard line.
Oh, he's taking the
Second
Patriots
ball.
football.
Look, it's a Patriots football. It feels a bit deflated. Thank you, Tom Brady.
Wow.
What's going on with this?
I don't know. It's oh, he's already fumbling. He's fumbling it.
Yeah,
We
fumbling
are
like
one
Toledo's
for
going
one.
to do.
Oh, I
on
like it. I like
Saturday.
it. Okay.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Oh, tough luck on that one for Tyler Brummett.
Hey, that ball was deflated, though.
Hey, you know what? I mean, I think
Tyler Ryan has the chance to pick up the score. And it's solid.
Right.
We're now
That was backwards
2-1
to 15,
up
so now
Tyler
we're
Ryan. On back to the 15-yard line.
Here you go.
This is about to be a disaster.
All right, come on, Tyler. Let's
You
see
ready?
it.
Here, I'll wait till you get back over here.
All right, I got it. We're good.
This is Tyler Brummett's chance to tie up the
Nervous,
game.
not gonna lie.
This is some distance. Oh my.
No, a little bit low on that one for Tyler Brummett. Just a little bit short.
I gotta represent here.
3 for 3 for Tyler Ryan.
So,
I love it.
equipment.
That was Mike. He fell, and his mic came out. Wow.
Okay, so bear with me as I kind of get a bit closer to you guys so that people can hear us. There are a lot of events. There are a lot of events going on this weekend, so let's go and talk about some of those events. The bed race today at noon, myself and Newslink, Indiana, Zoe Dwiggins, we're going to be covering that for you. And then tomorrow, the Chase Charlie 5K will be taking place. I know Steve Indiana, he was talking about it a bit earlier. He's going to be participating in that. And then just a little later, we're going to have the parade at 9 o'clock. And then it all leads up to the main event, right?
Big game right here tomorrow. What is it, 3 p.m.?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Close
right
enough.
here.
Good job, Annie. And then also, as we have said, Ball State Unified Media, your homecoming headquarters. This afternoon, we are getting you set for homecoming organizations from across campus going head-to-head in the 2019 homecoming bed race. Join our sister show, Newslink Indiana, at noon for the bed race. Again, myself and Zoe Dwiggins. We're going to be live on Riverside Avenue, bringing you the action. So again, a lot going on. I'm out of breath. Real quickly, though, before we send it back to the studio, I want to take a moment and thank our production team. They have been absolutely amazing. Emily Poe directing back in the control room. We've got Amelia Talar behind the scenes. Celia Lavoie, get over here. Get over here. No, you're coming on camera.
Come on,
She is
Celia.
our field producer. Hopefully, maybe she'll come over here.
There
And
she
also
comes, here
Hannah
she comes.
Stutler helping out as well as she's holding one of our pieces of equipment. We can't get her over here, but again, thank you guys so much for joining us. That's all we have here from Schumann Stadium. Gabe, Nathan, hopefully we're forecasting a W come tomorrow.
I love it.
Can we really say we're surprised that something broke when we sent Tyler out to the stadium?
I thought they were going to get the card out and the trainers and everything. I mean, my goodness. That was something else.
Not a good idea to send those three out together. But Nathan, looks like we have a beautiful weekend in store for homecoming. Thank you. We're going to give you credit for this
Oh,
forecast.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be great weather. Let's take one more look at that mid 7-day forecast. 62 today, great weather for that bed race today. Great weather for homecoming day as well. 70. Good luck to our own Steve Indiana there in the Charlie Chase Cardinal Charlie Cardinal 5K. And so that's a
we'll get it.
mouthful
We'll get there.
73 there on Sunday, and cooling down, though, by the middle portions of next week.
All right. Thank you, Nathan, so much. That's all for Cardinal weather this morning. We'll see you right back here next week. Have a great homecoming weekend.